Government enslaved people. Slavery did not end, it had grown, changed, and now settled in the mind. And this is exactly where we are now, the era of mental slavery. We have moved from chain now to mental slavery. And this is one of the most dangerous form of slavery anyone can be. Because if you are caged, if you are chained physically, everyone is aware of it. But if you are chained mentally, you may not know. And in this teaching, I will be discussing 5 mental slavery tools in our generation. What are the slavery tools that now in place, knowingly to you or unknowingly? Unknowingly. Number one, social media. You'll be surprised. Social media is now a tool for mental slavery. Just accept it like that. You can imagine someone unable to perform any significant task in a day, but such individual spends 16 hours on social media. And do you know the funniest part? What the person consumes will definitely determine the outcome of such individual. If someone hearing bad news upon bad news upon bad news, mentally everything around me will be bad news, because that is exactly what such individual is consuming. Mental slavery, negative teaching allowed. There are a lot of negative teaching online now, and a lot of people don't verify the information. That's why the person have the crowd and people hail him, and people do all sorts of things to encourage such individual. And individual believe, wow, such someone can carry this kind of weight online, which means I can believe him. And by default, such individual consume that negative teaching, and it form his mindset. We have negative pattern. There are a lot of things in the older generation that are wrong, but in our own generation, it's not looking like it's right, because we keep consuming such content daily now, and such content now become real to us, which is abnormal. And this is exactly one of the ways we have been mentally damaged. Actually, social media is a tool. You can use it to grow your mind or change your mind. I will encourage every one of us to use social media to grow our mind. A lot of people are making money, making connection via social media. A lot of people have become billionaire today, have become millionaire because of social media. They have used it to their own advantage, which means growing their mind, not to their own disadvantage, which means to cage their mind. I've met a lot of people online as well using social media. I've used social media to grow my brand. I've used social media to save some contract. I've used social media to see some deal online nationwide. I've used social media to sell deal nationwide because of our presence in our own little way. For instance, I've met Dr. Stephen Akintayo because of social media, bought all his book, consumed some of it, and still connecting with him today. Like Ubon King, yeah, when I met that man, changed my mind completely. And I will encourage every one of us to go and search Ubon King on YouTube. Go and watch his video. It will shift your mindset. And people like Dr. Cosma Maduka and many more using social media. Social media is just a tool you can use to grow your mind or cage your mind or cage yourself. Number 2, your environment. You are your environment, and your environment is you. And listen to this. You cannot grow beyond your environment. I will say that again. You cannot grow beyond your environment. It includes your upbringing, what you see, what you hear, what you do, and who are around you. And this is so funny, but I will say it. You are poor because of your environment. Because a poor environment will always produce poor people, and rich environment will always produce rich people. That's why the rich will keep enriching themselves because of the environment, and the poor will keep getting poorer because of their environment, unless they do something for it. Now let me explain how I use my own personal environment, how I change my personal environment to grow myself. I grew up in Oyo. My secondary school is Oyo. My secondary school, Oyo. I also went to Federal College of Education, Special Oyo, for my NCE, Oyo. And I was, will I say, have my degree in Oyo. And I knew the importance of environment. And I went from Oyo to Lagos. Like, what is there, Oyo, Lagos? I knew what that changing of location did to me. I went to University of Lagos, and that just changing location changed a lot of things for me, because every weekend I always have one conferences or the other to attend, and that changed a lot of narrative for me. And when I'm done with my degree, where do I start? I went to Abuja. You can see all this movement is intentional because of what I see myself doing in future, and I need to change the environment, grow my mind, and not change my mind because of my environment. Don't forget, we are talking about tools that enslave people. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and comment so that you can see more of this kind of video. Immediately I was done with my NYSC, I sealed a nationwide deal with the same institution, from being a core member to sealing a nationwide deal for a project with NYSC. You can see the effect of the environment, but there are some people who are still in the same environment, and nothing changes in their life because of the environment. Don't allow your environment to enslave you, but free yourself through your environment. Number 3, education. Education can either free you or trap you. Now let me break it down. Everything you receive in your life comes to you in form of education, and it's unfortunately that majority of us only focus on formal education, and the reality is formal education is good, but it has caged a lot of people, because formal education in our general settings don't give room for you to think. It will give you question and you provide answer based on what you have been given. You don't give room for you to create. You don't give room for you to solve problem. And that mentality you school for 20 years of your life, and you recite, you memorize, and everything around it has been actually been programmed. And if care is not taken, that form of education will actually cage you, because you don't give room for you to think beyond the box. Don't give room for them to do your own thing your own way. There is always a pattern for it. That's why education, formal education, is one of the ways you can be mentally enslaved. And you see a lot of people who are educated, but they are enslaved mentally. Like, which kind of education has this guy received? And it has affected the totality of such individual. Your education can enslave you. And this is where I will strike the balance. Formal education is good, but I will encourage every one of us watching this video to invest more in informal education and non-formal education. You can learn by yourself, how you can improve yourself, just improving yourself, not certificate upon certificate without any effect in your life. That's why many people have been enslaved mentally because of what they learn in formal education, and in form of what they learn generally in form of education. Because some people actually, what they learn outside formal education is what actually affecting them. That's why education is one of the tools for enslavement. What you learn in the process can enslave you. That's why you must be careful what you learn. Beyond the degrees you have gathered, work on yourself. Number 4, your association. The people you listen to shape your beliefs. This includes your family, your friends, your cousin, your neighbor, your colleagues, and your mentors. People you follow determine what follows you. And if care is not taken, if people you follow daily are people you're supposed not to follow, unknowingly to you, it will damage, it will enslave you mentally. That's why you must be very careful of who you follow, careful of what you listen to. And from the act of love from our relatives, in most cases, they enslave us. There are a lot of things individuals should have done when they are young, but because of love, out of love, actually, they are doing this out of love, because of love. You cannot do that. I remembered one of the stories Dr. Cosmas Maduka shared. All of his children, none of them know how to ride a bike. There's this one stubborn out of them that went to learn how to ride a bike without the conscience of the father. And that's the only person that know how to ride a bike today. And later, like, could have freed these people to take this risk. Which means a lot of family members have enslaved their people, their children, because they want them to be safe. They want them to be safe. Don't do this. And then that thing stick. I should not do this. So I should not do this. And when they grow up to it, they are very careful of what they do. And by default, because of the training out of care, because of the training out of care, affect their decision making, affect the level of their risks, affect their involvement in things in the society, and affect them generally. And it has enslaved them. Your association can enslave you. Your association can free you. But I will encourage you to follow associations that free you, that grow you. Now, here is number 5. Government. And this is actually divided into two. Government mentally enslaving its people, and people enslaving themselves. Now, let me explain. The form of empowerment any government can do is knowledge empowerment, not all this cash, rice. The primary aspect the government should focus on is education that gives empowerment. I will say that again. Any form of empowerment that the government should take as primary is education that focuses on empowerment. Whatever you are giving them, education that will give them the knowledge to produce themselves, is what the government should provide. Government should stop enslaving people mentally because of the system they put in place. That's why the way America will think will not the way the African will think. The way American will think, not the way Nigerian will think. Because the system structure in the country being programmed by the government is not the same thing for those in America. That's why our government is one of the reasons why people are enslaved mentally, because of the system, the structure the government put in place is what the people see and they run with. If the government inserts poverty in the country, the people will run with it. If the government inserts wealth in the country, the people will run with it. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and comment so that you can see more of this kind of video. Number 2, under number 5, people enslaving themselves. This is the situation where people blame government for every outcome of their life. The time you stop blaming government, you start taking responsibility over your life. And the reality is, you are in full control of everything that happens to you. Stop blaming government. You are just enslaving yourself mentally. Governments will do at their own. You do your own. You have full control over your life. You have full control over the outcome of your life. Stop enslaving yourself by blaming government. Start taking responsibility. Freedom of mind is freedom of life. Until you are free in your mind, you will never be free in life. Grow your mind by 1, controlling what you listen to and what you see online. Number 2, taking charge of your environment. Number 3, investing in quality education, especially self-education. Number 4, associating with open-minded individuals. Number 5, take absolute control of your life and stop the habit of blaming the government. A free life always begins with a free mind. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and comment so that you can see more of this kind of video.